Aloha! This is Dr. Chris Colgan, and welcome to another edition of the Weekly Wellness Show. So this is going to be part two of some of Dr. Colgan's favorite foods that he enjoys eating, or even perhaps drinks too. All right, so let's get started. Oh, by the way, before we hit subscribe so I know you're live, and then ding that bell so we can keep you well. Anyways, let's begin. So there's a couple of things. One is, guess what I'm a big fan of? Well, I've always been a big fan. I'm a big movie fan. And what do we like to eat when we go to the movies or watch movies at home? We love popcorn, all right? So I love eating popcorn. My wife does too. She's a big popcorn fan. And when we early in our marriage, or even when we were dating, we used to go to the movies quite a bit. And we had a habit of, yes, I'm going to admit guilt to this, we had a habit of sneaking into another movie theater if there was one available for us to watch that we think we might like. So what did we have to do? Well, you got to get that large popcorn, the big bucket, right? Because when you go through a big bucket of popcorn, after one movie, you get a free refill. So we would get that refilled up so we could enjoy the next movie. And let's just say after that movie, both of us were like, we're not feeling all that great, and even though we had water and stuff like that, it was like, we just went through 2 buckets of popcorn, and golly knows what they put on it, right? And I don't think we had any butter put on it per se, or we just had it plain and we and just ate it that way. And on a rare occasion, I'd say, oh yeah, put the butter on it, because come on, let's face it, popcorn's popcorn. You gotta have some butter on it. Anyways, or some pink salt, which is another great thing to do too. Now, just to kind of tell you a funny side story, when I was little, when I was younger as a teenager, or even in grade school, I remember my mother used to get the bacon grease out of the jar in the freezer, put it in the pan, and she would melt bacon grease over our popcorn. Oh my God, it was so good, okay? It was delicious. So something for you to think about for you Hawaiian Filipino mothers out there, or Filipino kids. Yeah, Mom always had something in the freezer that she was going to use at a certain time. And thank God she had that bacon grease there, because to use on our popcorn. So anyways, there's a couple of different, popcorns that we like to get. The skinny popcorn is really good. It's non-GMO, it's gluten-free, it's all that. And it even says in the back, this is a non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, peanut-free, tree nut-free, preservative-free, no artificial flavors. So there's a lot of cool things on here that attract us to using this product. And, one of the things that we also test ourselves to is after we're done eating it, how do we feel? Do we feel good? Do we feel bad? Do we feel like, oh my God, I gotta take a nap? With this, we feel pretty darn good. And just about everything I consume, we wanna make sure we're feeling great. Not like, oh, I wish I didn't eat that. Now I gotta go into a food coma, I gotta take a nap. You know how it feels, right? So no, we don't wanna do this. We want good products. Another one we found just recently, and I believe we're at Target, it's this Good and Gather organic popcorn. And they have different ones, but what attracted me to this one was the olive oil and Himalayan salt popcorn. Now, I'm a big fan of Himalayan pink salt, and I'm also a big fan of olive oil, all right? So these are all good. So first of all, olive oil, healthy fat, can't go wrong. Just like the bacon fat, right? Okay, I bet you didn't know that. So bacon fat's also healthy for you, with moderation, of course. This one has no artificial flavors, synthetic colors, or preservatives, non-GMO, organic, gluten-free. So just about anyone can have this. It just depends on what you want. So at least we know that, it's a good quality popcorn and it tastes so good. All right. I'm a big fan of Himalayan pink salt. Now, why am I a big fan of Himalayan pink salt? Here's why. Himalayan pink salt, you'll never use white table salt again, by the way, once you use Himalayan pink salt. Himalayan pink salt is pink because it's filled with minerals, all right? The more minerals you have, the more it helps hydrate your body naturally. The more hydration you have, the leaner it keeps you, because it helps you burn fat and lose weight too. So with white table, and it's also, just so you know, it's good for your blood pressure. So if your doctor says, hey, watch your salt intake, well, don't have that white salt, use Himalayan pink salt. It's actually more nutritious for you, and it won't cause your blood pressure to rise or be dangerous. It may end up helping you too, okay? And it's one of the best things you could season just about anything with, okay? Whether you're cooking, putting something on top of anything, there's nothing wrong with a little pink salt and pepper, okay? Simple pepper, right? So imagine that. If you're a pink salt fan, I love it. Put this on your popcorn. I mean, I do it anyways. Just do whatever you like and go from there. Now, and you can also, I've had people, if you pop your own popcorn, just remember it's naturally hot, right? So when you're doing that, drizzle some olive oil on it and then put it in a pan and just kind of, just a little bit, right? So it's that way it's not soaked. But, put it in a pan or a mixing bowl and just kind of run it through a couple times and just see how it goes. It's delicious, all right? Another great butter that I like to use, that's also another healthy fat. And when I found this butter, there is no match for this butter. But I love Kerrygold Irish butter. It's grass-fed in nature, okay? I mean, so it comes from, cows that are pasture-raised in Ireland, and it is just delicious. It's a good butter. I sometimes will just put it in a pan to saute anything in it. It's the best butter in the world to use. And I'm not a big dairy fan, just so you know, but when it comes to butter, I have no problems with using Kerrygold Irish butter. And if you are worried about your sodium, they do have a low sodium version too, or an unsalted version, and I think it's the same price. I find that the best place to buy Kerrygold butter, one, is at Costco, because they give you like 4 little, like bricks of it, or at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's seems to have the best value per little, rectangle of or serving of Kerrygold butter. So just keep that in mind. They also have a cheese line now. So you can get some, and Costco sells them. So there's a Dubliner, okay? And it's like a brick. I mean, the thing's like this, this big. But it is so delicious. And if you can control yourself by eating small slices of cheese as a snack every day, not like throughout the day, but maybe, a couple of slices, I'm telling you, you will love it. And plus you're putting another good source of healthy fat in your body. So that's my take on the cheese. But when it also comes to cheeses too, and you know what, I don't have it with me, hold on one second. I'm gonna pull it out of my fridge. But I'm a big fan of using nut cheeses, and that's what these are, okay? So let's face it, this is a company called, what is it called? Anyway, it says vegan right on it. And this is a matzo shred. You'll see like this blue bag. Again, another great find that we found at the grocery outlet bargain market. And it lasts very long too. That's the nice thing I love about this stuff. Like this is not gonna expire for another 3 or 4 months. My wife and I, we love putting this on our salads, okay? Or on anything for that matter. But it tastes good, it's not gross, it's plant-based, it's organic. What else does it say on here? Certified plant-based, 100% vegan. Doesn't say organic though, so just for whatever. But this is definitely a healthier, well, I'm trying to look at this too. Yeah, there's nothing bad in here at all. But this is definitely a healthier version of cheese. It's non-dairy, it doesn't congest you, and it's just a great tasting thing to add in your salad, maybe with a little, and you can add some other fats in there, like maybe half an avocado, and then chop it into pieces and throw it in your salad too. And they even have like a cheddar version of it, right? And this is all shredded, so you just kind of sprinkle it on however you want to use it. But these are 2 great cheeses that we really use. And maybe if not this brand, and it even says 100% awesome, I agree. But this is Ched Shred, and this is Matzo Shred. So you can find this at even at Whole Foods. Can't find it at Trader Joe's, but I think we bought these 2. I don't want to say maybe we found these at another grocery store. John, I can't think of it. It was Target, believe it or not. But try them out. Try them for yourself. They're very healthy for you. And again, you don't feel so like full. You just feel good. You feel good and content, which is what you're supposed to feel. All right. And then one more thing here. So what kind of milks do I really enjoy? Well, I just tried this new macadamia nut milk. Now it's unsweetened macadamia milk, plant-based, non-GMO, raw, never roasted. This is delicious. And there's 1 gram of protein per serving, which is 8 ounces. Well, actually 4 servings per container, so it's 32 ounces, right? 8 ounces cup. No sugar. I mean, it's wonderful. Try it out. I'm also a big, from this company, Almond Breeze. This is a unsweetened almond milk. Okay, and again, it says it all over the place. Non-GMO, carrageenan-free, dairy and lactose-free, no MSG, all that good stuff. No gluten-free, whatever, or gluten-free or whatever. So these are the things I love to use on a regular basis especially when I'm making a smoothie and things like that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this today. I mean, I know kind of went through a lot of things here, but look up these brands. I mean, these are brands that were designed to help you, and nutrition designed by people that care a lot about humans, all right? And we are the number one superpower throughout the world as the United States, but we're also one of the sickest countries in the world too, which is unfortunate. So, and we also live in a country, unfortunately, that thrives on people being sick rather than people being healthy. So keep that in mind too, okay? That's why I see so many drug commercials. You don't see this anywhere else in the world, only in the United States. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind too that the doctors you want to start seeing are the doctors that not only control your symptoms, okay, but that they actually take care of the root cause of your problem. It's very hard to find that in your PPO or HMO plan or wherever you get your primary care, medical care from, because the one thing about that kind of care you're getting, it's all focused on one thing, and that's symptomology. What are your symptoms? And that, unfortunately, is the standard of care. Their job is not to cure, their job is to reduce symptoms, okay? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news for that, but hey, if there's ever a crisis, an emergency, or anything like that, believe me, you're not gonna see an all-natural doctor like me. You're going right to the hospital to people that are trained professionals that know how to take care of you and help you in those healthy and crisis situations. And God bless them too. They're going through a lot right now, especially during this time of COVID. So our thoughts and prayers are with them every day, because they truly are the ones on the front lines dealing with this. And without them, who knows where this pandemic would be. So anyways, just hope you enjoy all this. Again, if you want to keep yourself healthy, start putting better foods in your body that are healthier for you, that interact with you. And I hope you found that of value today. And again, please, just to know you're alive, please click subscribe. And to keep you well, tag that little bell. All right, thank you, folks. We look forward to seeing you soon. Aloha and mahalo.